Hi everyone, it's Tara. Welcome back to my channel. So today I had a request this week from one of our friends, our family members, Marietta, and she had said she would like to see a video on ideas of what to do with a masterboard. So here I have, four of my collage masterboards that are now in my shop. So these can be cut up because I've scanned them and they're good to go, and I can always print them out again. And then I have this book. Okay, this I have not done anything with these masterboards. They are different from this is now, and this is what I started out. I'll just take you through real quick. I used a Woman's World magazine from eons ago, June 2016. I had in my stash of junk, you know. And so anyway, this was these are some of my first collages. And as you can see, they are completely different from what I do now. They are much more, you know, freestyle. This was one of my first cards I ever altered and distressed. And I have them somewhere and cannot find them for the life of me, because I would have already pulled them out and probably used them because I like that. That's another video idea. I love doing altered cards. But yeah, these are all from when I first started. And as you can see, they are completely different than what I do now. And what I had done was I had laid out paper. This one's actually paper and cloth onto these pages first, and then I collaged on top of the pages. Okay, so we are gonna do some cutting today. I don't know how much we'll do, but we're gonna get some cutting done and have some fun. Some of these are in my shop. This one I know is. A few of these I scanned and put in the shop, and some I didn't. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut these down and we're gonna make them into something and have some fun. Okay, so let's get started. All you're gonna need is your masterboard. If you've done one or if you've done 100, doesn't matter. Get them out and get some scissors and a few things to decorate with, because we are gonna, you know, do a little adding to them. I'm kind of thinking I want to cut into something that's in here. Oh gosh, to tear that out. I have like kept this book, you know, in perfect condition because I didn't technically finish it. And I always thought, well, I'll go back to it and finish it. And I never did. You know, like I have a blank page here, but I did glue in the paper to work on top of. This is a good one. So yeah, let's cut some of these puppies up. Sorry guys, I had to pause for just a second and go take my puppy outdoors. Well, she's not really a puppy, but anyway. Okay, so this is a good one to do a reverse collage on, and that verbiage comes from Tina. So I'm gonna flip this first of all, and I am going to cut. And I'm gonna cut into it, and I'm gonna make a couple of, oops, that one went really crooked. It's very thick, it's hard to cut into. I'm gonna do a couple of tags. When you do it like this, it kind of, you kind of have a surprise on the other side of it, you know what I mean? Because you just don't know what you're going to end up with. This is kind of a safe one to do that with, simply because there's no faces, there's no animals that I'm gonna hurt, you know, cut their heads off or something. I'm gonna do a couple of little small journaling cards, squares here, and then this one I'll do a couple of, let's see, I'm gonna do some smaller skinny tags with this. And you know, I was thinking as I was cutting, we can do, you can actually cut these so that they're like a snippet strip. You know, you can do pockets for the bottom of your journal. So like you could do, you know, a cut that makes it like a pocket size page. You can do You can even use them to make journal covers, okay? They are very, what's that word? Versatile. Okay, so here we have, I said I wanted to do this into a tag, so I'm going to trim that edge off and kind of even things out a bit. But as you can see, you end up getting, when you do the reverse cut, you just don't know what you're going to get. And that's kind of fun. Especially, like I said, this was a safe one because it was all different designs and different papers, and it wasn't any animals or people or any of that stuff. If I had had people on there, I always get nervous because I'm going to cut somebody's face in half, or if I have an animal, I'm going to cut the dog's head off. But yeah, so if you have the type of collage that's more like a book page collage, you're pretty safe to do a reverse cut. And like I said, then you kind of get a surprise on the other side because you don't know what you're cutting. You don't know how it's going to turn out. Thus far, I like these. They look pretty cool. And I've actually been really nervous to use this book, like I said, because I hadn't finished it. Now on that one, I went way too low. I hadn't finished it, but I also I wasn't sure because looking at it, I was like, it's so amateurish, and it was when I first started. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just kind of following along with people like Tina and Pam and hoping for the best. And, everybody has that stage. But now that I'm looking at them cut up, I'm liking them. I'm actually liking them. So I don't think they look too bad. And they'll be kind of cool to decorate, I'm tempted to I've got these ragged edges, and I think I might leave them for the most part. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to trim this more here, do the tag bit. As a matter of fact, I think I might do a rounded edge tag. I'm still going to have it as a tag, but I'm not going to have it, you know what I'm saying. And these I want to do as journal cards. They'll be smaller cards. And it really, it's all up to you. It's really not a difficult thing once you get used to doing this. But I remember being like, oh my gosh, what do I do with these? I'm not going to round. I shouldn't have rounded those. I'm going to wait because these, as you can see, have like, the magazine backer. Some of these are going to have my newer ones that are here. I did these on the brown cardstock, so I don't need to back these. They're good to go. Once I cut them, they're fine. But these that I pulled out of that magazine, I'm gonna have to prep them. Yeah, by putting, we're gonna do some gluing down onto paper, and because they're so thick, I don't really, I don't need to use a thick paper for them because they're very sturdy. So they're going to make good tags and good journal cards without much help. So I can use like a coffee dyed copy paper, okay? I'm just trying to even this little guy out. He's pretty crooked, and I'm cutting crooked. Am I in camera, kids? I hope so. Let me check. Okay, I think I'm in camera, right? I'm going to stand up for a minute and make sure I am. Okay, and I'm going to go a little bigger on this corner because these are a larger tag. Okay. Yeah, I'm really liking them. They're going to be good to decorate on, Okay. I hope I hear scissors over on the other side of that camera. That you're chipping away at yours. Be brave. Just cut them up. I know it hurts. It almost hurts because you create them, and then especially if they're really pretty, like I told you guys the other day, we were working, I don't remember what we were working on, but I was collaging something, for those tags and stuff that I was making that day, last week. And I was telling you guys, sometimes I like it when things are more rough like this, than when they come out extremely pretty, you know. Because like for me, these collages are very hard to cut into. Well, not as bad as it used to be, but I'm more careful about how I cut into them, you know. Because I mean, I've got the butterflies and I've got the flowers and the girls' faces everywhere, and yeah. So I'm almost tempted to do what I was saying a minute ago and use a couple of my collage pages and make a journal cover. I like to journal or collage right onto the cover when I do one like that, but that might be a way to save some time and also utilize those pictures as a whole, because they are very pretty. I could probably do that. This one's really crooked. I might do that soon. I haven't done a box journal in a long time, like out of a cereal box or whatever. I'm trying to see just how crooked this really is, or if it's just my eyes, but I think it definitely is. Okay, it's a little better. Okay. So let me know what you think of this project. Okay, so that one, let's see, what do we have? What did I pull here? This one's like perfect for this too, because it's random, it's all over the place. Yeah, I think I'll do a couple of bottom pockets. And when I said that earlier, I'm going to show you what I meant. Because like the bottom of your page, like these shorter but wider will be good for like a pocket at the bottom of a page. Okay? Let's see. And I can even go a little lower. Yeah. Okay. And this one, let's see. And what I've done before when things aren't quite, just rough the edges a little bit, so that the unevenness maybe of your cut is not quite as obvious. Plus, once you distress it, it looks pretty cool when you've roughed up the edge. Like that. Okay. And let's see, I'm going to do 4 journal cards with this instead of tags, okay? They're going to be larger. And because our paper is different directions all over the place, you kind of can turn these any way you want as well. You know? Now there's a curve here I'm going to trim off because I have a feeling it's going to cause me grief later on. This is a good size journal card. And because it's so neutral, it can kind of go with anything. You know, when you've got that much neutral color in it, yeah, you can use it for anything you want. Once I get these down onto some cardstock, I mean some coffee dyed paper, which is what I'm going to end up using with these because of the thickness of them, then I will round my corners. And you know, right now I'm just trying to get them as evenly cut as I can. I don't know about you, but I mean, I'm liking the neutralness of these, both sets actually, and they're very vintagey looking. And okay, I'm gonna, you know, I've been clearing out, we've been decorating my stash box, right? The last couple videos, I'm like, okay, I've just created way more stash again for me to decorate. Dang it. I was starting to feel so accomplished. Praise the Lord. It's okay. It's okay. I'll be all right. Now I'm gonna end up cutting this little bird in half. This is one thing I agree with Tina about. Whenever you've seen, if you've ever seen her do her collage pages, when she's all finished getting it laid down, she always trims her edges because she says, you know, it makes it look so much cleaner and you can kind of see the work you've done, you know. And I do agree with that. I hadn't trimmed these because they were still in the book, but I totally agree that once you're done and you do some trimming on it, you get to see the actual work that you did, and it looks good, you know. And as you can see, when I first started, I left a lot of things undone. Like, I don't have the heart to cut his head off, so we're cutting around him. But I left a lot of areas open, and I think too because it was partially because I was new, but also I think like with a lot of this book, I did so much work on top of paper that had designs on it, and I didn't want to cover the designs. Now I use just plain, you know, buffed cardstock, but it's still a good idea though if you want to do that'd be a good large journal card. It's still a good idea if you want to use paper that has design on it, and then you don't have to fill in all those gaps, you know, and you can kind of leave some of it for fun, you know what I mean? Now with these, I think I'm actually going to cut them, try to cut them. I've never done this before, but since we're doing this, I thought it might be fun to try and cut them down into almost like a snippet strip, because these would make good snippet strips. And yeah, I'm going to try that. These are going to be big journal cards, and that's okay. Sometimes my pockets are full page pockets, and I don't have cards and tags to go in them because everything sinks to the bottom. So for me, lately I've been trying to start making me a stash of some larger pieces, you know, because of that. Because I do sometimes cover an entire page with a pocket, and to cover that, or to utilize it, you're going to need a nice big journaling card, or a nice tall tag that can go all the way in the pocket and still stand out, you know, outside the opening. So yeah. So yeah, these are kind of fun. And look at that one. That one looks really nice. It's got the beautiful wildflowers on the front, and you know, and yeah, I like that. I like that one. So there we go. There's some cut down, ready to be made into cards, pockets. These are mostly tags, a few journal cards there. And now, let's see. I don't think I'll probably chop into all of this, but all of these, but let me see. Okay. How about, I'm looking, it's going to be kind of hard to do these into anything other than, you know, I cut here, I'm going to cut this little girl. I cut here, I'm going to cut this one. I cut here. I'm looking at this though, and I'm thinking, I want to try and have a snippet strip that I can just tear from with this. Okay, so there we go. There's a strip. You can also, I mean, we could also use these for belly bands if we wanted to as well. Okay, now, oops, that's still very crooked right there. I was watching the videos the other day and I was thinking it's funny how the angle you guys see and the angle we see when we're doing it, and sometimes you guys are probably thinking with us, oh my gosh, don't do that, you're about to, you know, or you're going uneven way, you know. I'm like, oh my goodness. There are times when yeah, now I'm looking right here. I'm gonna be, if I cut her arm off, I can go straight up and have, I think I'm going to, it's gonna be fine, and have this, I still got part of that in. I was aiming to not kill the end, but it's another piece of snippet, and then I can go here and I can save the ladies and the butterfly, see, and I can break this into, that would actually make a cute belly band if it was, you know, laced up or something around the edges or whatever. But yeah, that'll make a good strip. So let's see here. So if we cut right here, yeah, I think I'm just going to turn as much of this into a strip as I can. I love, love, love snippet strips, and could pretty much, you know, do them all day because I use them when I have them. I use them a lot. So I've shown you guys how I use them to make tabs on top of tags and stuff, and they're very handy. You know what I mean? So let's see. I think, yeah, this one's going to be, this one here will be a little journaling card, and this one here is going to be a tag. Okay. And I saved everybody. Nobody died. Praise the Lord. None of the people in this collage masterboard video died. Okay. Yay. I'm serious. I hate it when I end up cutting like somebody in half. I don't mind cutting a butterfly in half because they look pretty cool like that. But yeah. Now I'm going to do one little trim right here. Let's see. And I think this one cut pretty evenly, so I'm going to go ahead and round my corners because I love my corners rounded on my journal cards. I do. I just like the way it looks. I'm surprised. I'm not going to say that. I was going to say something about my rounder, but I'm not going to. I don't want to speak that out. So there's a journal card, and since, like I said, these already have the backers, so we don't need to do anything but distress it. And then here are our pieces of snippet. So see, I can cut that one there, I can cut that one there, and then I can have her. There's 3 snippet spots, you know. Right here we've got the girl, the butterfly, and then the girl. And here we can just do like in half, and you know, have this lady with the part of a butterfly on one half and this lady on the other half. So yeah, and then there's 3 women here. So I have like 3 sections, 2 to 3 sections on each part of that. This part here is just kind of random. It's words. There's one little section with a little girl, but for the most part, this can be torn down any way you want it. Okay, so there we go. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get these guys, I'm gonna get some paper. I have some right behind me. So I'm gonna use some of this very grungy coffee dyed paper. And we're gonna glue. You ready to glue, guys? I'm thinking I'd like to try, let's see how my stick works, because it works pretty good, and because the copy paper is thinner, I think it will probably stick pretty well to these pieces. I hope. If it doesn't, I mean, I can always, you know, come back in with a stronger glue if I need to. Where's my white? You know what I mean? But okay, so I am going to be transparent. I started working on my, I did the first thing today I've ever done in it, my art journal. I know this is going to sound weird. I am so afraid of my art journal. You guys are probably like, what? I'm not kidding. I'm nervous to use it. Honestly, I've been trying to sit down and watch a few videos. You know, I don't have a lot of time to watch videos, but I've been trying to watch a few here and there on using the art journal, because to be honest with you, I've never had one. I've never even thought to have one until now. And yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, am I gonna mess it up? I'm over here, I've got it right here, and I'm letting it dry. I'm gonna show you guys, because I know that you're not judgmental. All I did was I edged, right now I've just edged a little gold around the edge because I always feel safe with gold, but I used some heavy, I went ahead and used gesso so that I could paint on it, and then I used heavy gesso, and I did this with one of my stencils. So far, that's it, that's all. And I picked the picture, and I don't even know where I sat her, but I picked the picture that's gonna go, and I'm gonna do like an old-time portrait in the center, I think, and see where it goes. I don't know. I mean, the only person up until now, I've been trying to watch a few other people, but the only person I've ever really watched do stuff with the art journal is Tina. And I've always liked what she does. I always do. But then I'm like, I don't want to copy, you know, but her style is what I like. That's one of the reasons I've stuck with her the way I have, is because I love her work, you know. I mean, I enjoy what she ends up with. And so I guess it's not copying if it's my original idea, but it might remind you of her in some aspects, because I do like that kind of work that I've seen. And I know I need to watch some, like Barbara, 49 Dragonflies, and then there's tons of other people, you know, that we can watch that just do amazing work. And so yeah, but anyway, pray for me, okay guys, because seriously, I know my sisters pray, and I just need the courage to step out and do something with it fun, you know, and have fun with it, and not be so. I said just on the video I did earlier, which is for tomorrow, I made the comment that nothing we do should really be that serious that makes us, worry or whatever. And I'm over here today worrying. That's so funny. Oh, we do put our foot in our mouth, don't we? But yeah. I mean, I'm not worried, but every time I look at it, I kind of cringe and go, yeah, I'm not going to do that today. Yeah, so I think there's probably, I'm looking for a piece of my glue board. Oh, here we go. I'm pretty sure that I'm not alone and that there are others out there who get a wee bit frazzled by something like that they've never, I know I hear some of you tell me on here and also on Facebook and stuff. I've seen people comment and say, I'm gearing up to do my first junk journal, and we're all like, oh, just go for it, you're gonna love it, and da 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 da. But when you've never done one, it can be intimidating. And so I'm just putting it out there. I think I'm a little intimidated by the art journal thing. I'm also a little intimidated, and this is another one you guys asked me about that I think I'd probably like, is the glue book. I've never, ever, ever done a glue book. I just never thought to. I didn't even know what it was until I saw Tina doing one, and I was like, what's a glue book? I didn't know. So yeah, there's lots of things that we're all learning, right? We're all learning, growing, and we get to do it together here. So I'm going to set this aside for a second, and oh, you know what? I better do this. So let me just rub these down on the back and make sure I don't have a bunch of air bubbles. And this glue seems to be holding just fine. Okay. I can still smell the coffee coming up from these papers. That's funny. All right. So yeah, I hope nobody thinks I'm being silly. It's just being honest. I'm being real with you guys, which you'll find out I do that a lot. Can't help myself. But that's one of the reasons I haven't done any videos with it yet, is because once I got the cover done, I haven't even really cracked the book. I looked a little bit at it and was like, yeah, I kind of like how it turned out so far, but I'm not ready to touch it. And this morning I said, okay, you know what? You need to touch it. You need to do something. And then, because it's when you first, I say this all the time with other stuff, and I should tell myself this now. When you first start working with something new, it's intimidating, of course. But then as you go along as an artist, anybody who has an eye for beauty or for what they love, is going to go, oh, you know what? Now that I've laid this down, I can see this, And that's kind of what I was hoping for with what I did today. What time is it, kids? Oh, good. It's only 33 minutes. Yeah, I was looking at it thinking, I'm hoping that oh my gosh, I did it on the wrong side. Oh, I do things, don't I? Anyway, yeah. Okay, back to the story. No, I was thinking that once I lay something down on the page, it'll make it easier for me to be inspired to move forward. So that's my hope. That's my hope. And if you don't hear anything about the art journal for a while, I was not inspired. Because as you probably have noticed by now, I do show you guys stuff whenever I'm working on something that, I'm not necessarily doing on camera, but I am trying to do. Yeah. I try to put myself out there. You guys have been so wonderful and accepting. You're all such, are becoming to me such great pals and friends and sisters in Christ. And it's like, so I know that you're not out to critique me to death and discourage me. I am aware that you're not like that. You guys are very wonderful ladies, and I'm grateful to the Lord for each one of you, as I always tell you, and it's so true. I tell the Lord all the time, and I pray for you guys. You know, I lift you guys up, and I pray for blessings over each one of your lives, and thank him all the time for such a wonderful group of people out of the body of Christ that I've gotten to get to know, and the ones that are coming. I mean, because it's growing day by day, you know, and I know that he's bringing, you know, he's going to bring more and more people to our family and introduce us to each other, because he has that way about him. Amen. And he has something for us. Each one of us has a part to play in what we're doing here on this channel. It isn't, like I said, yes, it's about playing with paper, but it isn't just about playing with paper. And so, you know, we all have something fun to give. Those of you who've joined the Facebook group, I've been trying, it's kind of hard. If you haven't gotten an invite, there's a chats section, and I started a thing where we could post like encouragement to one another. I just thought it'd be nice to have a place to post memes, or, you know, if you have a word, or if you have just something you need prayer for, or whatever, you know, just be an encouragement to one another. So I started this chats group, and I've tried to catch everybody, but it's kind of listed weird, in that, you know, I don't always know who's coming in new. It doesn't show me all the time on certain aspects of the group. So if it seems like I'm missing something, or if you didn't get invited, I apologize. Let me know if you didn't and you want to be, because it isn't because I didn't want you there. It's because I didn't realize it wasn't grabbing your name. Okay? Because it doesn't let me, like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just, I'm just learning how to use it. It's probably all me. But just know, none of it, if you're not invited yet, it was not intentional. Okay? Because I want all of us to be able to have the ability to participate in that chat section. I just thought it'd be kind of cool to have a place we knew we could go to, and if we saw something on our feed that day that we liked, or you know, or just to go read the new you know, new posts and be encouraged, whatever the case may be. We all have good and bad days, you know. We all know that. See, I really like the way these look, and I think I should have cut them down a long time ago. I've been hoarding them and protecting them, you know, just mostly, like I said, because I hadn't finished the book. So I was like, oh, I can't cut it up yet. There's still pages in it I haven't done, you know. And I had promised myself I'd finish the book. But now that I'm cutting them, these are going to make some really cute ephemera. Ephemera. I said that weird. Why'd that come out weird? I think I'm thirsty. Let me grab a drink of my tea. Okay. So I hope this is helping you guys. If any of you didn't really quite know what to do, there's, like I said, we could do other stuff. You could do journal covers with them, you know, which would be really, really cute. So yeah, you can make all kinds of things out of your Masterboards. I personally like using them mainly as ephemera, but now that I've mentioned about the journal cover, I might do that. You know, because that would make a really pretty journal cover. And it would save me some time, because I told you guys, I've sold them, or I would show them to you, but I've done at least 3 refurbished box, you know, repurposed boxes, where I've done collaging on both sides, and then made it into a cover, and it turned out really nice. And I've sold them. They're all gone, but yeah, I think it's about time I do some more, because I haven't done them in a minute. It's been a long time. I'm also going to, I don't want anybody to poke their eyes out. Sometimes that's another reason I round things off. Sometimes I think, you know, some of this stuff is really hard cardboard once it dries and stuff, and you could poke yourself with it and it would hurt. Yes, I really do think of those things. I know. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I know you guys are getting the picture now if anybody hadn't done these before. I loved my Masterboard videos, honestly, because I just love watching. One of our friends said this to me in a comment, and I loved how she phrased it, and I'm going to misquote her, but she knows, Lourdes. You said that you loved watching collage videos because you like seeing other people's perspective and how they create it, and then what it becomes, you know, and that's how I feel. I do. I agree with you so much, sweetie, because it's so fun to see, you know, how somebody else will put things down and make it into something, and then it grows and, you know, it layers. It's like watching somebody do a painting and how they start out, you know, from that far perspective, and as they draw nearer, things begin to grow and build and everything. I see collaging like that, and I love it. Love it. I do. I was thinking, as I was watching Gail this morning, and she always says hi and hugs to people, you know, and I was thinking, man, I wish that I wish that she hadn't gotten that one, because I would love to say hi and hugs to you guys, but I don't want to copy her. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, but just know, I would love to just say hi and hugs and list off your names, because you guys are awesome. Sometimes I'm sitting there in the afternoon when my husband gets home and I get everything settled for him, and I'll sit next to him and I'll look at the new comments, you know, from folks. I do it early in the morning and then usually right before I go to bed. And he'll just laugh because I'll be all, oh, yeah, she's so sweet. Talking to, you know, and he'll be like, what'd you say? Who is it? What'd I say? So I do share with Cordy. He's like, aw, that's really nice. You know, he's a good guy that way. Oh, I've been meaning to tell you something, and I haven't forever. But I always think of it when I get up in the morning and somebody has left a comment, or somebody, you know, it's been hours and hours and hours and I haven't responded. Just so you know, I may have mentioned this before because I do repeat myself. We've already established that, okay? But I want you guys to know that if I don't respond right away, it's because I'm asleep. Because like the other night we went to bed, and I'm not joking, we went to bed at 4:30 in the afternoon. We were both so tired from getting up so early. But I never, except for on the weekends, once in a while, Saturday night's the only night I stay up past like 8:30. If I stay up past 8:30 on Saturday night. I mean, sometimes I don't even do it then. But that's the only night of the week that I'm not in bed before 7:30. And it's usually closer to 6:30 or 7. So I just want you guys to be aware that if you leave a comment, and I'm on Mountain Standard Time here in Arizona, so we don't change with the rest of the country, of course, because we're stubborn. We're like, no, we're not doing that. So our time does not change. We're always, you know, where we are. Either we're 3 hours behind you, or we're an hour behind you, or you know what I'm saying. But yeah, if you comment and you don't see me respond, just know I'm sleeping. Not because I'm ignoring you guys, okay? And during the day, I do a lot of recording in the middle of the morning from probably, I don't know, around, sometimes I start early, but I usually start between 7:30 and 8:30. And then I'll record up until, you know, and sometimes I don't start until late. You know, I'll start at 10. But for the most part, I try to start, you know, mid-morning. And I'm, like right now, it's going on noon. This is my second video today. I did the first one, and then I waited a couple hours and did this one. So if I'm working, that's the other reason I might not respond. So anyways, I just wanted you guys to know that. I don't want you to think that I'm not paying attention or that I'm ignoring y'all, because I would not do that. And I would certainly not do it on purpose. Let's put it that way. So these are some nice grunge tags and journal cards. And then I did want to use, oh, I think they're in that stack. I was going to use a couple as like a bottom of the page pocket. And you know what I'm talking about, just gluing like 3 sides down and making just a piece of paper a pocket. So just getting these guys done here. Okay. I just don't want to forget, because then I distress and then I'm like, oh man, I gotta cut that and re-distress it and all that. Okay. Uno más, and we're gonna decorate real quick. I'm getting more comfortable with decorating. I'm very excited about that, because that was one thing that made me feel awkward. Now I'm not so much. Okay. All right. So let's see here. I think that I have something over here that might be cool from Timmy Holtz, Mr. Holtz. These are all cuts from my different books, you know, paper pads, and I have tons here. And I just use them as mostly, I'll like tear them down and use pieces of them as collaging. I was looking here for the picture ones though, and maybe, let's see. I don't need to do a ton, because these are, you know, that's the other thing. It's really good about collages. You know, when you break down that masterboard, you have got a world of, you know, different looks, and you save some time because you've already decorated. And now I know I have more people. They must be on this end. Let's see. That's annoying. Come on, there's one. It's too big. They're too big. Oh, this guy's cool. And then of course we have Pretty Girl. I always have her somewhere. I love her. She's in everybody's stuff, but she's so beautiful. I can't help but use her. Let's see. Okay, well that looks like it's about all I'm going to use out of there, out of that part. I was thinking. Oh, here's the girl I was going to use in the art journal thing, the portrait. And I was going to kind of sit her in the center of that room and then build something around her. That was my thought. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of art journalists out there, a lot more experienced than me. If you got some, you know, hints or some good advice, please feel free to kindly share, because I, as we've talked about, don't know all that I want to do yet, so I'm open to suggestions. Okay. I'm gonna distress her a little bit. Her background, this print on this particular version of it is very peachy looking, so she kind of matches, you know, what's going on around the scenes here. So I don't really want to cover that flower, and putting her in the middle of that is going to cover it up. Let's see. Oh, there we go. She looks pretty there. I like her next to that. Or, you know what, I could use her here. Yeah, I think I'll do that. And then let's get, I might bump this. I don't mean to if I do. Oh, I did it. Good. I get some of this lovely lace. Let's see here. I kind of think I like it like that, if it's going to go on there at all. I'm just looking here at what I have within arm's reach. I don't know if I'm going to use that lace. You know what? We could put her down and then make this lace a little pocket on the front. Let me see. I don't hate that idea. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I like to put pockets in weird places, like journal cards and tags, and I love making pockets out of cloth of any kind that I can. One of my favorite things to do is to print on cloth and then, you know, use the printout as my pocket. I love doing that. One of these times I am going to make one of my cloth fabric folders with you guys that I put in my journals. I like those, and I haven't done one in a while, and I need to do one so that I don't lose the pattern's kind of in my head and I need to remember it. Does that make sense? I don't want to forget how I do them. The other thing I want to do with you guys is lace pages for journals. One of you requested me to show you how I do mine, and I would love to do that, so that's going to come up here in the future. I like her. She looks nice. Let's see. And where are... Here they are. Let's see. And where are my words? You know me and my words. Got to have them. Ah. Here we go. I like this. In quiet moments. And of course, looking around the corners. So I hope in today's video you guys, those of you who wondered about it, have an idea now of how you want to use your Masterboards. This is just one method of how I do it. There are others. I do other things with them as well, but this is, you know, pretty quick to the point. I know like I said, when I was learning how to do all this, I really did not know what I wanted to do with my Masterboard, and it helped me to see other people using theirs, and so I hope this helped you. Oh yeah, there we go. Me and my butterfly craze. I did turn my gun on, right? Yes. Okay. I am going to lay these down with the hot glue because it'll be quicker, but also I think it'll sit on top of this material a little bit better than with, I don't want the glue to slide through. I'm just barely touching it here. Is he too close to the same color? Let's see. Maybe I should be, I don't know, maybe I won't use him. Maybe I'll just do a pretty butterfly right there. A larger one. It takes up more of that space. What do you think? I wish I could hear y'all. This one's pretty. Do we like the burgundy? It does have some matching qualities here. What about, I think I like the brown better, and that's not usual for me, but I do. I actually do think I like this one better. Okay. I hope I have been crafting in camera this whole time. I haven't checked for a minute, so I'll kind of make him raise up a little bit. And I'm going to put him here where he's on material so that hopefully it does not sink through, and there. Okay. See, on there pretty good. Okay, because it's a tag, I may go ahead and flatten him down a little more because he's going to fit into a pocket, and I don't want his wings to catch, you know. I've had to learn the hard way to look for stuff like that, because when I really don't always think of those things, and then I'm like, dang it, you know, it looks so pretty there, but it's messing up. It's getting hit when the page closes, or, you know, whatever. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and flatten him out. Just let him here. Oops, I got that glue a little too far over. That way I know for sure he won't catch. Just go ahead and put the glue on here instead. That'll make it easier. Okay. I kind of sat it there for just a second and let that glue dry just for a minute, just for like 2 or 3 seconds, to cool. Now I'm making sure it's not sticking in there. Okay. There we go. There's that part. Now, I do have a ribbon here that I think I want to use. Okay, that ribbon I've been using everywhere, and it goes so well, but it's this one here. And I'm thinking, where's my, here it is. I am thinking that it would look pretty in here, and I have been looking for a place to use it because it's very pretty, and I just haven't found one. So hopefully this will work. I hope. It's a very small piece I have left. Actually, I have more over there, but this is the piece that has been floating around in my little basket here. I could probably cut a bigger piece, but I'm hoping this one will be enough. It's kind of short. It might not work. If I can just get it through, we can at least see if it makes sense. I don't know if this is gonna do it, guys. Let's see. Yeah, looks goofy, huh? Let's see. Well, it's goofy. It's too short. Dang it. Dang it, dang it. Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm going to leave it, and if you have an opinion, let me know in the comments. And I'm thinking it's too short, but maybe it looks cuter than I think it does. I don't know. Y'all let me know. So that's today's video. Cutting how we use our Masterboards. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you got some inspiration out of it, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I love you all very much. Have a wonderful day. God bless you, honeys. Bye-bye.